All right, friends and fans of Bob's Barn Workshop, we are in the basement of my house. And for years, we had an electric water heater here, which I have disconnected and put over here because remember last year we put that little electric water heater in that eliminates this big tank. And because we're on public water, our water is no longer very hard, so we had a water softener here, which is sitting here. We're getting a new freezer to put where the water heater was, full of drawers, which it'll be wonderful. I can sort out all my venison sausages and everything by drawer, so I can find it when I want it. So I'm draining back the system right now, and I'm cutting off the leads to that water softener. And so I did get started. Sorry about banging the things around as usual. I got my little cam on here, my little light, and actually cutting the pecs with the copper cutter, which I figure will cut it nice and clean and eliminate burrs and stuff. It's pretty tough. May have to do it with a very sharp utility knife because I'm all the way down. I'm not through it. But I'm not using this part anyway. It's as deep as it'll go and it's not cutting all the way through. Swell. Alright, so I need to get a utility knife here. So let me run and get that. And I got my little headlamp on here, ain't it cool? Alright, so the usual. I've got a very sharp knife now with a new blade. We're just going to cut this guy. Just like that. Now, as I said, we're not reusing that anyway. So into the sump pump, which is right here. Very handy. And this is a Union. Looks better already, don't it? Junk! Junk! I gotta try to dissect this carefully because I want to cut this here. I'm going to leave these on here so I can put these together with fresh couplings. I don't want to take this tee apart. This is the pressure shock absorbing tank for, let me get out of your way. This takes the shock out of the air hammer so you don't get a slam when you turn your water on and off. This pipe is pretty much staying here. This is the hot, and it loops between the kitchen and back water heater. They're shut off with a valve in the other room so they can't backfeed, but if one of these water heaters should go bad, I can open that valve, shut off the flow out of it, and it'll backfeed all the way from either water heater. If we have to replace one or one runs out on a weekend or whatever, we can still have hot water everywhere. So that's the beauty of that baby. All right. So what's next? Well, I gotta cut this water line. And then this will be free. Well, I gotta cut this here somewhere. I bought 10-foot of pipe so I can put fresh pipe in where I need to. cut this guy kind of long. Because I gotta figure out where I want it to be. This is a good tool that I bought a couple of years ago. Pipe cutter. There we go. More junk. More junk. We're getting there. Now I'm going to cut this guy long. I'm going to take the pressure tank down so I can figure out what I'm doing with it. I'm hoping that this will just come. My plan is that I'm going to cut this off where this 90 is. Here. Put the connection to the cold this way and the connection to the cold this way. Or no, just one T to connect to this cold, and then I'm going to cut over and connect up to this cold with a new piece of pipe, because this shock absorber has to be in the middle there somewhere. And of course I don't want it to drop in my face. Heavy. Hopefully it's not waterlogged. It should. Yeah, there's supposed to be a diaphragm in this with like 30 pounds of pressure in it. So it acts like a trampoline when you slam the water on and off. And I think there's a hole in it, because that was way too much water in that thing. Now it's light as hell. So here's the instructions. I'll read these later. All right. Everything's looking cleaner already, isn't it? All right. Now we got to cut this out. See, there was a little section down here that let's show you. We had a wood furnace in here for a long time, and there was a little one of them little T valves that you put in. And I just want to go cut it off past that. So I'm going to cut this off past that, and I'm going to cut the two hots, and then we're done cutting. So we got a lot of that junk out of the way, didn't we? As I said, I'm always standing in your way. It's just my method. Yeah. All right. I don't want to break that pipe. Can I get this around there? No, I cannot. Can I get it around here? No, I cannot. So I'm going to have to use my lil cutter. My lil cutter. One of these is good and one isn't so good. I think the little blue one's better. This is one of those mini pipe cutters. And I'm shining it right in the light, I know. I'll try to stay below it. Getting that thing out right here. I have water running down my back. 7,000 years of rust and corrosion. This little guy just takes a few turns to get him cut. That's all. Gotta go any second. Bingo, baby. Love it. Getting this crap out of here. I'm saving these valves, of course. It's going with the water heater. The water heater works. I'm just sending it to my brother-in-law to have to work in the house he's flipping. My wife will love it. Now I gotta tie this. I think this pipe over here used to go out to the barn, but they cut it. So I've got to go out and dig it up, but I think I'm going to put provisions in there for it. So what I need to do is tie that into the cold over here somewhere. So if we hang the bucket on here, the weight. We can boil the lines out too. I've done that before. You just take your torch, take the pizzata, them. So we're working basically on this mess for the cold. But yeah, this will be so nice on my freezer. See, I'm getting a new freezer and it's going right under where that water heater was. So maybe the water on the floor will help clean it up too. I'm going to want to mop that up to get it nice. But yeah, that's where we are right now. We're all cleaned up. I've got that hanging on the pipe to try to get it dried out. But I think I can torch it. All you do is run the torch up and down to boil it out. I'm going to go get a piece of sheet metal as a flame protector for doing these. I'm also going to spray down the wood with water before I start torching up in there. I'm going to have a fire with the stupid cobwebs. All right, time to take a rest. All right, I'm going to put an extra strap on this drain pipe over here. And I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to do it. Yeah, there you go. Because I'm going to take this one off, so I need to put one back here a ways. Because this is the most horrible thing you've ever seen. I think I brought a hammer. They've just ran some wire through some wire staples. So that's pretty much it. There we go. There we go. Now we got her. Bingo. What do you think? American ingenuity. Use some physics. Use what we learned in school. Yeah, that's why we learned physics in school, guys. Levers and all that kind of stuff. All right. We are making a lot of progress here. I got people coming to take this stuff out tonight, so and bring my new refrigerator down, my new freezer. So that's why we are doing what we're doing. And as I said, I might as well just fix this. All right, now we're ready to fix stuff. I got my hangers on. The pipe's not going to drop. I'm going to pull this one off because I want to be able to drop that blue one a little bit and not damage it. So I should do that first. I should cut here, put a T, go up 90 and into that outside. That's for the outside spigot. So I had plastic for years, but I got to get on that spigot up there. You can kind of see the silver end of it. My LED things are making it flash. Let's see if I can turn this on spotlight. There we go. So see, the ball valve is in here, so when you open that, the water will run out. So really, in reality, it should be tilted up so that the water runs out of the spigot and doesn't lay in that and get frozen. All right. Cool. We're making progress. So I'm going to fix the hot, then we're going to fix that fitting there. See if I got the right thing. Just got the threaded adapter that I needed. So all right. I know you guys are sick of watching me plumb. But this stuff is gotta be weamed. Put the weamer to it. Where's my reamer? Oh, there's a half cap. Alright. Cool. The old man's back is like yelping at me. Alright, sorry I'm like going in circles here. I want to use that one. Oh, there it is. Okay. Your pipe tool, your pipe cutter has a reamer in it. Water and everything. This one was really dripping, this hot one. Hey honey, could you bring me some tin foil? Let them cool just a little bit would be prudent, wouldn't it? Look at that, baby. That's how you clean a pipe. Sweet. So now we gotta cut a piece of pipe. Well, let's see. Bob and his dorky helmet light. I got 5/8. Don't dent your pipe, it makes it hard to go back together that way. Perfect. There we go. Man, they're making this pipe thinner than ever. It'll hold up to 30 pounds. And now, if you don't have a wire brush thing like this, you can just use some sandpaper. Plus they have other little wire brushy tools. I got one that does 3/4 and 1/2 inch together. Now we need to do the inside of our couplings. 2 couplings. And that is for this guy, wire brush. Getting all the oxidation off. Now we got a little flux. I usually have Q-tip in here. Here it is. Burns-O-Matic flux. Well, there's not a lot left, but I got plenty. It gets better. Here we go. This is just flux. This is not lead free. We want leaded flux paste here. Yeah, there we go. As Tim Taylor would do. Now that's still warm from the blowtorch, so he's nice and buttery. Now, how you solder, you might have seen this in my other videos. You heat the fitting and let the heat draw the flux or the lead in, or the solder. No, nowadays the solder, it isn't the lead. I'm going to put these all together and solder them all at once. There's no reason not to. Okay. And now I'm going to flux lightly the inside of my couplings. Uno. Dos. There we go. One and a two and oh, that's look at that. I don't even I don't need to do nothing. So now we're going to heat the fitting and apply the solder to each end of it and kind of wrap it around. See if I can get you up in here for a better shot. I might have my arm in the way a little bit. You don't need to overflux or put too much on it either. It'll draw it, don't worry. That's all there is to that. That sucked it all in right now. I'm going to let that sit and harden up. You can see the drop at the bottom. That means it wicked all the way around everything. I love soldering copper. I don't know why. I've always thought this was more than the best way to do things. That side's done. Now, another thing you need to do is get a wet paper towel and heat that and wipe it off. So, you just don't want big ugly globs, you know, and drips. So I'm going to reflow this for a second. And then I can see that that's just full. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Plus it gets all the flux off. Ow, ow, ow. All the nasty flux. So it looks professional. There you go. I'm boiling the water out of the pipe here. That one's slanting downhill too, so all the water should have run out by now. But what I got to do is make an extension on this baby to put that coupling on. And so got him all polished up, and I got to do the inside of it. I really like doing copper plumbing. Did I say that before? So this guy I can solder up and before I put it in there. So a little flux in there. Just a whisker. You're going to make sure you coat the whole area though. But as you heat it, it melts and flows throughout the whole joint too. Alright. Just like that there. And I'm going to clamp this up here somehow. I'll just leave that stick out right there. And I will slobber that, or solder that. I got a little bit of solder left here. These trigger torches are nice. This is a Bernzomatic TS4000. I don't know why the flame is not pointed. There's little turbo blades inside here that make it do that, I guess. When you touch it, you can tell when it's getting hot enough. You can see it just go, and I'm going to give it a quick little smoothing wipe like this. And I know that's a perfect solder joint. Well, that's going to be hitting near the outside. No one's going to see it. I smeared it all over it. All right, now we gotta let that guy cool off a little bit because I'm gonna screw him onto that fitting up in there for the outside hose. And just come in and make a 90 down, put a T on this pipe. So I gotta get a T and a valve. I'm gonna put a valve in it. Maybe I'll put the valve. Where does it turn? That way, like that. This is a double solder joint too. So I've got to clean the inside of this piece of pipe first. So it's up there a little ways, yeah. I'm going to put that on here. Make sure this is cool on. Yeah, see, listen to it sizzle. I don't have access to any water, so. But that thin microscopic layer of solder just wicks into those joints and makes it solid. So, run this guy. Come on. There it goes. Boy, he ain't any too long. So see, I'm going to raise him up like so to make the water run out of the valve. And all I'm going to do first is mark this. And then I'll have to strap it up, I guess, a little bit. It's nice that it's springy because this all has, I want this to drop a little bit. Because I'm going to cut this off and shark bite it. So I'm just doing this to measure it. Maybe I should just take this up and do it now. I think I'm going to. I gotta have a step stool. Alright, I'll be back. Time to take a break. What are you looking at me for? Alright, well I just soldered those joints. I guess you missed it. I'm trying to cool them off now a little bit with a wet paper towel. That's the outside spigot. So that's off right now. I don't know. I guess it should be off. Should it be on? I don't know. It works. But I'm going to turn it off for now. So all we have left is to hang the tank. I need to put a T right here pointing down and heading over that way. So I think I'll do that later. I just want this here with a whoo heading that way so I can tie into this pipe for the garage. So let me cut a little nipple out of that for that and put a 90 on it. We'll make it about 3 inches. That'll be another outside spigot. I'm just putting the tap in there for now. Alright, I gotta work my way towards the final goal here. The ultimate goal is to get everything done today, because I want to put my freezer in here. Plus we need water. The house water is off. We got this back-to-back T-junction done now. So that one goes out to the outside spigot. This one's going to go out to the outside spigot on the barn. And they're both off right now. So now we're down to the nitty-gritty. We're going to pull that blue pipe down and cut it off square, because that's PEX coming in from the main. We're going to put a sharp bite on that and come out with a short piece of copper, 3/4 with a nipple into this. That'll tie that into the system. I'm going to put the expansion tank right here. Out of the expansion tank I'm going to put a 90, and I'm either going to work it above or below the wall. I'm trying to keep this down low a little bit, see? Like the 1/2 inch. It's a little lower than the half, so I can shoot under it. And that's it. We'll be done, and hopefully we won't have any leaks. Cross your fingers and your toes. There we go. That sumbitch gonna let go. Alright, so now I got a little spring here because the pipe's plastic. And I'm not sure how far those 90s go in. But I'm just gonna start ringing this pipe. I don't think it goes in that far. Damn it. I can't see a damn thing. It's got to be cut pretty square. Jeepers creepers, that's that stuff. Anybody know how to cut PEX? Heavy PEX? Once I get a hole, I think I can. There we go. I think I can rock it just like that. There we go. Bingo. Bingo, baby. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to mark. Mark. About how far it should go in. And then we're going to press it on. She went deep. Yep, perfect. All right. And now I just need to, I got a little waggle room here. I need to make a 3/4 inch nipple. with a T coming this way, and it's a straight 3/4 with a 1/2 inch nipple T on coming off the side. There we go. Now I can measure my 7.5 inches. I can't show you everything I'm doing. I'm just standing over here sliding the fitting onto the pipe and going to measure 7.5 inches. Well, I got that shark bite together, and now I got to measure that little nipple, tie this in, and it looks like the pipe goes just about into that. So I'm going to measure say 7.25. I'm going to re-clean these and reflux these. Just 'cause I'm that kind of guy. All right. Oh, that'll hold that up straight. Look at that there, guys. Look at that there. All right, I love that. Okay, get that straight. Ow. I'm going to try to solder this right in front of you. It's not gone over on its tip. Hopefully that messed it all up. She's still working. Remember, heat the fitting, not the pipe. Don't burn your wires at your house down. These bigger 3/4 fittings take quite a bit more heat. Now let's prepare pressure tank. We might need to cut some off in that. I would kind of like to get it right here. which is just about where it's going to be. And I'm going to put a 90 on this end and clean this end off, solder that in there, and we'll strap it up. This is a strap here. And we'll be rocking and rolling, man. I wanted to have the 3/4 pipe feeding to at least past the tees, where it tees off to the other ends of the house, to feed more flow, you know, not to feed the flow through a single 1/2 inch tee. Well, I'm gonna all right, let's do this. I'm going to clean the ends of these pipes. Now, I already reamed them a little bit. They're really corroded, so I'm going at it with the emery paper here. That's where it goes into another T, so that's cool. And this one's going to have a 90. I don't want to take these SharkBites apart. They're already on this and spin for years, so I'm just trying to leave them alone. Alright. These damn things are falling apart. My wife's upstairs, as I said. My grandson and son-in-law are coming over. She promised them dinner if they help me move this stuff. That's cool. I'm going to solder the 90 on while I'm right down here. And I'm going to use an old 90 because and I don't have to pay for it. I've already paid for it once. So, and I've got another fitting that goes in that reduces it. So I got to get that around here. Reduces it to half, and then I only got one more fitting to go. Looks nice and clean now. Yeah, I just wanted one that was the size of the pipe, so I don't have to put an extra piece of pipe and solder two joints. This is just a one joint solder, and it's a reducer all at the same time. Alright, stuck in this old fitting. There, see? I don't know if you'll be able to see me do this. I'm going to set this up on the floor out here. Zoom in a little bit. I can set it just like that. And sit right in your way. Get over here. Suck it into that. Check the back side. Oh yeah, you can see the solder, the silver edge of the solder all the way around. And that's what you want. I can see it on the inside of the fitting too. So that's a good joint. Okay, so now I'm right down to the nitty-gritty. I need to hang this dude up here. I'm going to get some, I think I fluxed this already. I'm going to rebrush it and reflux it. Just to be sure that I didn't forget nothing. Alright. Alright, now I'm going to get a hanger on this. There's this guy right here that I could use. And I need my ammo. There we go. Give me drill. Put that guy up here just like this. And pull him up pretty far. And then stick a screw right in it right there. Alright, let me get my screwing jiving. There he is. Alright. I'm probably going to be right in your way, as usual. So now he's just below that fitting right there. And I've got 90 in the coupling left and I'm done. Yay! Yeah! So now we just need one straight piece of pipe and a coupling and a 90 and a real short piece of pipe. All right. I'm happy. We're getting there. That thing's going to take a lot of sanding. My 1/2-inch pipe grinder on this end is pretty sharp, but the pipe is clean. But this one is pretty damn good. PDB. She's nice and tight. That's German. My friend taught me that. Somewhere here I have sandpaper. I was just using it. There it is. Yeah, this strip that's about 1.5 inches wide is perfect for plumbing. Of course, I gotta boil this water out. You know, you can actually jam bread in up the pipe, and then when the pressure comes, it'll blow it right through. I'm gonna just stick the pipe up here and eyeball this. For the inside of the 90 like that. Sounds like my help for sure. Here are my helpers. Woohoo! Looks nice though, doesn't it, with all that crap hanging down? Two more fittings and we're done. Then I can try turning the water back on and see how many leaks I got. None! Find my slobber. There we go.
Is this Kodak printer gonna work?
I don't think so. It'll print black. Yes, it'll print black. guys and gals and friends and fans of Bob's Barn Workshop. The plumbing job is done. As you can see, we tore out that mess that was here. If you see that blue PEX line, that's the main. I did have to install one shark bite to attach to that. I don't like shark bites. There's an O-ring in there, and how many of you have had stuff with O-rings and it fail? Well, this is the freaking high pressure line from your service. So it's been that way for years because you had used another one when he hooked up, and it's been fine, but I don't like it that much. So anyway, what did we do? This is the cold water line, the input. Comes in, it tees off here. Now I wanted to make sure I teed off on a 3/4 inch line so that I had full pressure here and I had more flow here, and then I convert it back to 1/2 inch over on this line to service the kitchen and the front bathroom and laundry room. We're in the far back corner of the house, and that stuff's all in the front corner, far corner, so it's a long run to that. We cut out all that stuff that was here. You can see the electric boxes left from the wire that went to the water heater. There was all those pipes hanging down right here and flex hoses and all this crap. That's all cut out and gone because we switched over to the instantaneous water heater, which we have in all of our buildings now. I put a new tap and a new copper line out to the outdoor spigot. Got rid of the plastic. Everything's in copper. Copper is forever. And then I have a tap that I tapped off the bottom here with a ball valve. Don't use those valves that you got to turn multiple times. Get a ball valve. Those other valves, the water has to zigzag through the valve, and it actually erodes the seat where the water flows. And you know, if you let them run for years and you try to shut them off, they always leak. They suck. They're junk. Get a ball valve. So this ball valve is set up just so I can eventually tie it down and around and into my line that goes out to the spigot that's going to be out on the outside of the barn, which I said they broke when they built the addition last year. So I have to dig that up out there. I know I dug outside the house. You'll see conduit coming out of the side of the house, and I ran this wire in this hose in the same ditch as my power line. So I've got to dig down carefully. It's only about 1 foot 18 inches deep, and dig it up and then run it over to the barn and extend it and put a spigot. So I got water over there by the apple tree to do all I need to do with that, and so on and so forth. But yeah, here you might have seen that I didn't take these shark bites apart, but I did cut the pipe on either side of this because I wanted to keep this pressure tank. And even though they're highly corroded, if you take sandpaper and clean it really, really well and your wire brushes and flux it, you can solder it. Now, when the battery ran out, so they showed up, you know, you guys, I think you heard in the last clip before this one, that they showed up to move my freezer in, and my freezer is in. It's running, it's all stocked, it's running a little below zero. Every drawer in this thing is full of venison and wild game. Let's see, what do we got here? We got ground venison and roasts up here from this year. More ground venison from this year. I have one drawer that's older, goose. That's all goose, wild goose. I got 8 geese this year and 1 last year, so I got 9 in there. Hot dogs, deer dogs. I've got sausage, summer sausage in that one, but I can find it now. This is my older meat, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I may or may not use this. I might just have to trash it. And then in the bottom drawer, which is small, I got more ground from this year. I still have stuff left in my chest freezer, but look at how much room I've got. There's the pork for future sausage I'm going to make this year. I've got a pork butt there, there's pork there, snack sticks, last year's deer that's all vacuum sealed, so I'm sure that's just like brand new, and snack sticks. I'm going to take some of those back down for my hunting buddies. And alrighty, what's nice is I ran This used to run the water pump, which the water pump has been gone for years. You can see where it kind of messed up the corner over here. I got to paint that. That's a 20 amp 110 volt circuit, so I'm running this small freezer and this freezer off it. It's fine. It's not going to draw anywhere near 20 amps for both of them. And I also have freezer alarms. I've got to get another one. I put it over into this one to make sure what it was running. But there it is. It's done. The corner is cleaned up a little bit. I can put my pressure washer down here for the winter. I got all my tools moved out of here, cleaned up pretty much. We're pretty much good. Let's go look. Yeah. Let's go look at the temperature gauge thing, and that'll be the last clip before I say goodbye. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody, because this is Thanksgiving Eve. I am a musician. I have a gig to play tonight. Okay. The big freezer is running 3 degrees, and the big new one that I just bought and showed you is running -3. So that's perfect. They are right near 0. That's all you need. You don't need them 10 below. You don't need them 15 below. All right, guys and gals. Of course, there's our firewood for our. We have a fire in the fireplace almost every night on a cold winter night. We got winter snow coming, guys, too. So God bless. Take care. Be safe. Happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas. Hopefully I'll have a video out before Christmas. And any other holiday you celebrate, I hope you enjoy it. And we'll see you next time from Bob's Barn Workshop. Oh yeah, and one more quick note. The reason we had to buy the extra freezer, we saw this at Costco and joined Costco just so we could buy this freezer because it has all the drawers to sort stuff out. Yeah, the reason I bought it is because this freezer was full, and I got 2 big deer this year. I got a really nice big mama doe on the first day, and on Monday I got a beautiful, not necessarily trophy, but a nice large 8-point. He would be considered a bighorn anywhere around here for our area, especially with the hunting pressure. Anything with horns usually gets killed. So yeah, so that's what's in that freezer. My buck and my doe. Take care. God bless.